Hey, what's happening? This is your boy Carl Thomas, and you are watching ShayStar.com. Please believe it.
You know what it is, man. It's your girl Shay Star, and we are live right now in Atlantic City at the Foundation Room. And look who I got the pleasure to sit next to. OMG, is that really Mr. Carl Thomas himself?
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm great, man. I'm having a good time here in AC. They're showing a lot of love to R&B, and I'm just really, just grateful,
Now, like, speaking of R&B, I heard you tore down the stage at the House of Blues tonight. Like, the whole emotional album, though, like, you just gave it to them.
I mean, it was a kind of audience that makes you want to sing, you know what I'm saying? It's like some audiences are different and they egg you on and what have you, so tonight was like, yeah, it was like church,
Wow. Amen.
Well, amen.
Like, and I appreciate you saying that, like the energy, the crowd, like how does it feel to be on stage performing hits that you wrote 10, 15 years ago and still see the response that it has over people today?
Man, that's really cool, because whenever I'm on stage, I get to show a side of myself that people who know me in my everyday don't get a chance to see. So it's a blessing to have that aspect. Being on stage is a release for me. It's a healing process, as well as a lot of other things,
Well, like, you're a writer, a very good writer. Your pen is crazy. So is it safe to say that those life experiences that you go through, is that what makes Carl Thomas Carl Thomas?
Honestly, some things that I write about are not my experience, but I just think it has everything to do with the art of being, not unlike a great actor. When you watch the Oscars, a lot of times those roles that they win for, they didn't write them, but at the same time they express them very well.
See, I feel like what I call you is the author for many. He is the author for many, because there was many nights, and I told you this before, that you would write a song and I felt like you wrote it specifically for me. Like you knew exactly what I was going through. And it's amazing to be able to actually sit down and have that conversation with you, for you not to even understand the impact that you have on people's lives from the outside looking in.
I mean, it's good to have subject matters that are relative to other people. We have more alike than we do different. And that goes for our negatives as well as our positives. You know what I'm saying? It just takes a mature person to really just admit that. I think that before we are a gender, we are human. Before we are a color, we are a gender. And oftentimes when you treat things in that order, then everything else usually falls into place. The more we look at something as being abstract or deep or something like that, then the further away that subject matter gets away from being common knowledge. And the greatest form of slavery is segregated information. So I really believe in each one, teach one. I'm learning something from you,
Really?
just like you learning something from me.
I love that.
There you go.
I love that. Like, and how do you take all of that and put it into your journey and what it's been like for you? I mean, coming from Illinois and then moving to New York to pursue your dreams, like.
I really wish I knew the answer to that.
Really?
All I can tell you is that my body is a vessel. My body is a spiritual way station. And all the times the things that I express are not things that I'm going through, but they are things that I'm feeling and expressing for other people.
Absolutely. That's why I call you the author. This is the author right here. He writes the stories. We live them and he tells them. I'm just saying. Like,
Shay, you crazy.
Hey, look, I freaking love this dude, man. Like, I'm trying to contain myself right now, but it's Carl Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Like, come on, I grew up off of this man right here. Like, it is an honor to really be here with you tonight.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You know, so let's get a little personal, you know, because, you know, as an avid R&B lover and definitely a fan of you and everything that you contributed to the business, there was a time where Carl Thomas was on top of the world. Literally on top of the world. And then there came a time where it's like, damn, where did Carl Thomas go? Everybody's like, what happened to Carl Thomas?
Here's the thing that's important to know.
Yes, let us know. Well, let them.
That you never see yourself the way other people see you. So at the time that everybody saw me as being on top of the world, I didn't see myself like that at all. All I saw was my daily issues and my problems and what have you. And I'm a product of my own decisions. I am not a product of the decisions of Bad Boy. I'm not a product of the decisions of P. Diddy, although that's my brother and my homeboy and my man, you know, 50 grand. And I'll always be forever grateful to him for the opportunities that he's extended to me. And, you know, I mean, to be honest with you, it's 12 years later, and I can still financially do whatever it is that I want to do. You know, because of that man, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you definitely don't burn the bridge that brought you across, you know, but
say that again.
At the end of the day, you know, I'm a product of my own decisions, and at the end of the day, I have to be happy with looking myself in the mirror, if you understand that.
Look, I say it all the time, don't forget that you signed up for it. You signed up for it.
That's right. I mean, you know what it is.
Absolutely. You know, but we gotta let these people know, because they don't know. And that's the main thing about ShayStar.com. We try to let people know what they don't see, what the media tries to cover, or the facade that this industry has, you know? So it's a blessing that I can sit down and have a real conversation with you just about life.
Well, you know, you can do that with me anytime, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, outside of you know, us doing this media coverage or what have you, we're friends, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely. But we're not going to keep you too long, because you've had a long day today, and I know you want to unwind, but again, I'm just grateful to even have this time to sit and talk with you.
I'm unwinding right now.
Now it's my turn. I love this man right here.
That's your mama.
But you should know the day just don't start for me till you walk through the door.